Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna be working in a 2004 F150. That's the V8 all-wheel drive. Today we're gonna be changing the front shock strut assembly. We're gonna start with one side, then it's gonna be the same for the other side. What tools we're gonna need? We're gonna need a 27 and 30 millimeter socket. You're gonna definitely need your impact to get the strut shock nuts and bolt, the main one, and you're gonna need a 50 millimeter for the three nuts that holding the shock from the top, and you're gonna also need a bar, breaker bar and pry bar so we can get the shock out. So let's get the car inside the garage and show you in the steps how to replace it.
Has a big huge bolt down here. It's I'm using 30 millimeter this side and 27 on this side. Okay, and I believe these are 15 or 14. I'm not sure, but I will check that. But it's a very big important point here. This truck is 4x4, so it has that front axle. If you have rear-wheel drive, you're not gonna have this. So in order to get the strut out, you can just do it like this. You don't have to take anything out, anything else. In the case of the four-wheel drive, because that axle doesn't give that big room for down here to get out, the easiest way to do it, and I tried it and I'm gonna show you how to do it, just to loosen that, take this off, the tie rod, the outer tie rod end, disconnect it from the spindle. And once you disconnect that, number one, the spindle is gonna be loose with your hand, so you can move it wherever you want. Some other videos I've watched, they're actually asking to take that axle out. It's too much. It can get out. I did it on the other side. I thought it's gonna be hard, but it was not. And I'm gonna show you. Actually, it's not hard. It needs two people. I would say two people. So let's do it. And me personally, when I work on my trucks, I like to, if I'm gonna take something out, and there's a piece here, and it's including grease and some stress, just change it. We're doing a big job with all suspension here, so we're gonna go for alignment anyways. So just change the tie rod end, the outer tie rod end. It's not expensive. It's a good peace of mind if especially if you're towing stuff and hauling a lot of stuff and heavy stuff. You know, you as strong as your truck. All right. So let's get back to work. These 3 bolts, they're 15 millimeter. The third one, you can access from down here, but it's not that easy. So we can access from the top. And here is the third bolt. It's also 15 millimeter. And just take it. Okay. Now we're gonna take this nut out, which is, I think it's 21. Yes, it is 21. All right, get it loose. Don't take it all the way out. You're gonna use the sledgehammer. for the strut. We took the nut out from back here. Now we have to get this big bolt out. Just put your crowbar, and you need a big crowbar for this, and push the strut up like this. Do you see that movement? Now that bolt should be loose. That's big bolt. So now that strut should be loose. And like I said, you have 4x4, you have to take the auto tie rod out. But in our situation here, actually I want changing the auto tie rod as well. But once you have this spindle loose, you can move it anywhere. You can get this out without getting the axle out. See, now everything is loose, we're good to go. How we're gonna do it? Just prime it slowly, slowly. Now we have to go back in there. That's it. Then we are gonna start linkage. Okay, now that's the new strut. We're gonna slide it in, and it only goes in one direction. If you see, there's 3 bolts up here. This one, it has to align here, so you can't put it like this. That's not gonna align here. You can't put it like this. That's not gonna line up here. The only way it goes, you will figure it out. It will never go in except in one direction. And you slide it in from the bottom up. I always like to just hold it with one knot, so it doesn't keep sliding on me. Once again, the crowbar come from underneath the strut. You go inside the A-frame and you slide it, and it should be or you can press the A-frame down. Can I get that big bolt, please? It's right there. Sorry.
Feed hole.
It's right there.
زي ما جينا نشيله. I put some WD-40 inside the nut and at the end of the bolt. They were a little bit rusted, so just clean it up a little. You never know when you have to change it again.
See, now it's going on very smooth. And if you remember, we said this one is 30 millimeter. And the other side is 27, which is... All right, I already tightened up this nut. I'm not gonna torque it now. You should torque it when the car on the ground. Sometimes it's hard. What you can do, you can just put a jack here and try to lower the car slowly till the car like in a resting position, like it's actually on the wheel, or mocking like it's on the wheel. After that, you finish torquing it, lift your car back up. We finished putting these 3 nuts, 2 here and 1 back there, and just torque everything according to specs. And that will be it. Just put your wheel back up and you're good to go. Some opinions that's after you finish a job like that, or any work with suspension, after you finish it, you go get your realignment. We're gonna get realignment anyways because we're changing actually auto tie rod and strut, and we're doing brake job in the same time. But definitely, if you're gonna do any tie rod ends, you have to do alignment. So we're gonna do alignment anyways. I left it underneath the A-frame just to compress everything, like the car's on the ground, just to make the strut comfy where it's supposed to be. Then we're gonna just tighten it to the torque, and the torque actually in this situation is, I believe it's 330. Done.